Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ali Malik, and welcome to the first event of ISC 2021. Me, alongside my organizing committee, Dulanga, Norin, and Tala, are proud to present you the first podcast. We have worked very hard, and hopefully, you will be entertained in our conversation in this podcast. The first topic of our podcast is getting to know the committee and getting comfortable with them. So, hopefully, you guys will also like it as we present it in real time.
Okay. Hi, everybody. First of all, I would like to give a warm welcome to the rest of the committee members and also to the viewers at home. It is an honor to host the first event for ISC 2021. Now, as this is an introductory session, we will be getting to know the members better by the questions that we have written down for them. And as for the viewers at home, we also encourage you to please feel free to participate by commenting down your answers, because we'd love to go through them. Now, in times like these, I'd like to say that the only lifeline for entertainment that we really have is online through Netflix or YouTube or whatever. So, with that said, I'd like to know what are your guys' top three all time favorite movies or TV shows? We'd like to start this off with our president first. So, Mariam, go ahead, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone, welcome to our podcast. I'd just like to say I'm really happy to be here and to communicate with you guys and have you guys get to know the committee a little bit better. As for your question, my top three favorite movies, top one is Shutter Island. Um, it made such an impact on me from such a young age, and I feel like you don't really get that quality, you don't get that type of movie anymore nowadays, so it's really hard to find something that resonates so deeply. um Secondly, I would say Harry Potter. I love also Mamma Mia. In terms of like musicals, I love Mamma Mia so much.
Mhm.
And
When you say
maybe,
musicals, sorry for interrupting you. When you say
yeah.
musicals, I think of The Greatest Showman. I don't know if you've seen that.
You know what? I haven't even seen that yet.
It's
I've
a
I've
beautiful
I've
show.
listened.
That's a
I
I've
love
Oh,
the
I
listened
like
to
movie,
that
the
yeah.
one.
Yeah, I'd
I've
recommend you
listened to
watch
the
it if you're
songs,
into
but I
musicals.
haven't really watched it. I will actually. Okay, you know what? I'll watch it. But Mamma Mia, I know every single song. I know every single scene. I can literally watch it and repeat as they're saying the lines. Like that's how bad it is. And yeah, I love Sherlock as well. It's
Ooh,
something that I
good
just
pick.
started watching during quarantine. So I don't know why I kept like pushing it back, but when I did, I was like, oh my god, I should have done this sooner. But yeah, Sherlock, Shutter Island, Mamma Mia, and Harry Potter, top, everything.
So one thing that I'm seeing is that your genre perspective is very spread out. Like you're not focused on horror or sci-fi. You're just mixing it up until you get
Yeah.
comfortable with it.
Yeah. It's always like that. Like it depends on my mood. Like if I want to cry, I'll watch like a real like my favorite sad movie is Miracle in Cell Number 7. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. Like I sobbed for days.
Is it about that little boy who gets trapped and then he leaves somewhere? Is
No,
I
it
no,
think
about?
it's
it's
about this girl's father who's trapped.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I've heard about it.
Little,
I haven't
oh
seen
my
it though.
god, oh my god, this little girl, her dad is mentally ill. Like he has some sort of mental retardation, and then he gets framed for a murder, and then you go, oh my god, like you'll cry, like 100% you'll cry, even if you have like the
I'm gonna save
strongest.
that for the bad days.
Yeah, please watch Miracle in Cell Number 7, number one sad movie. Like you'll guaranteed you'll cry every single time.
This is a sponsorship.
Why are you so keen on making us cry, Mari? I want to know
You
that.
need a crying movie. Like everybody needs their sad
True.
crying movies.
Honestly, everyone needs good cry,
Facts.
and especially as someone who does not cry that easily, trust me, that movie, yeah, brought down a few tears. I mean, I
Have you?
quickly sniffed them back
Yeah.
up, but yeah, they surely did come back.
Have
Oh
you
my
guys
God, I'll have to
seen?
watch it tonight.
Have you guys seen Dil Darakne Do? It's a Bollywood movie. Okay, you guys.
Maria, please repeat the name once again. I just
Dil
want to listen.
Darakne Do.
The
Guys,
accent.
please.
Is it wrong? I
No,
practiced that.
it's fine. Worth a try.
Anyway, it's amazing. I just watched it like a few months ago because of my Indian friend who recommended it. It was, I honestly like, Dulanga, tell them please. I every time I watch it, I cry, I sob. Like it's not even funny.
Wait, I feel you're confusing the movie.
Wait, is
No,
it
that
not?
is
Wait,
not
no,
something
no,
that you
no.
cry
It's
over,
not.
Maria.
I feel you.
Oh
It's.
yeah, it's Aidil Hey Mushkil.
Thank you.
Oh yeah,
There
yeah,
we go.
Dylan. Yeah.
It's Aidil Hey Mushkil. Oh my god, that movie broke my heart in so many different ways. Oh my
All
god,
right.
I cried.
Coming back to the original question, you mentioned about Shutter Island, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand what makes such an impact that you mentioned it the first time. Like, I want to know what made such an impact.
Okay, so Shutter Island is a psychological thriller, okay? So, because I'm doing a psychology major, at that time, I didn't know that there was that type of psychology, like forensic psychology, okay? So, I was doing I was doing, at the time, I think I was doing GCSEs, and I was taking psychology as well. But it wasn't really something that was like, it was good, it was interesting. I knew that that is what I wanted to do, but I still had no idea what type of psychology I'd like to continue in or specialize in. But when I watched that movie and I did some more research about forensic psychology, like that was it for me. Like that's what I want to do. I realized like that's just, you know, it gave me like a sense of like understanding and like, oh, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask. So Mariam, right? You said you watched Sherlock as well.
Yeah.
Well, like I'm pretty sure you heard of. Is it Ilona? Is it
Enola
Enola?
Holmes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you like given it a watch?
Yeah, I watched Enola Holmes before I started watching Sherlock. That's why I was so surprised when I watched Sherlock and I realized it was much more serious and like intense than Enola Holmes. But it's really interesting. Yeah,
All right. I
I
mean,
get the insight.
definitely gonna look into it. And something else actually crossed my mind. I think this past week I was just doing some of my 3 a.m. overthinking. Having one of those beautiful sessions, and you know, it dawned upon me like everyone's got a lot of pet peeves, and like once one and the more you grow up, right? These pet peeves, you think like, okay, fine, you have like maybe one or two, but like gradually you tend to gain more and more pet peeves. So okay, you know what? For me, especially, it's lying. Like if a person lies, that's just a huge no-no for me. So I would like to actually ask, Anas, do you have any pet peeves?
Yeah, I do. I hate it when people chew really loudly.
Oh wow. I mean, I think Miriam mentioned she loves like chewing really loud.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
She's
pretty sure
saying
everyone remembers that, right?
You
yeah.
guys,
Especially
our
the mushy
listeners are
food,
gonna
which
think.
which has more liquid in it, so it gets
Oh,
all mushy inside.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
when you eat noodles, it's
oh,
Yeah,
this.
that's why she
tasty.
loves noodles. That's why she goes to Subankure just to chew loud in front of everyone.
You guys, our listeners are gonna think I actually chew loudly. I hate it. I hate it so much.
That
But
then you can tell
what
on
are the
purpose.
pet peeves?
Um, Also another thing that really boils my blood is back like in uni before Corona, you walk
Mhm.
past like a group of strangers or anything, and you try to smile. You make eye contact and you try to smile, and they just glare at you and walk away. Bro, I hate that so much. I'm trying to be friendly, and you glare at me. What did I ever do to you? I don't even know you.
I
So like
guess
I don't know. I feel like
an honorable mention for pet peeves would be wet socks.
Oh
oh
my god.
yes,
Oh my god, I hate
definitely.
that so much.
Especially like it's bad when you're outside and it's cold and
Oh
everything.
yeah,
But it's even worse when you're home and you step on something in the kitchen and they're like home like
that
I
too
have
after
these
you've worn a fresh pair of socks.
exactly. I have like these I always wear socks at home. My pet peeve is that I don't like to see people's toes. I don't want people to see my toes. Like toes in general and feet is just not my thing. So like I always wear socks at home and they're always like cute socks with like avocados or dragons or something drawn on them. And then I wear them and I'm so happy and I step on like a wet place in the kitchen and it just ruins my whole day.
So when did you discover that seeing these toes and feet are your pet? Like, what were you going through that moment when you realized that this is my pet peeve?
Actually, I have an aunt. She's not my aunt. She's my dad's cousin, and she has 6 toes on one foot. Okay,
Yeah.
I feel like
Oh.
that traumatized me from a young age.
Covers more surface area while walking with one
she has
foot.
she has 11 toes, you guys.
Can you imagine wearing shoes while having 6 toes? How uncomfortable would that be?
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
get
god.
blisters and
I
stuff,
just
right?
thought of that.
It's not a pretty sight, and it's just the way it is. I don't like, and then I just didn't want to look at people's toes generally. And then one time, like, I was at a park and I was with some friends from my old uni, and we were at the park and this guy had his shoes off and they were like really ugly toes, like he had black nails and it was just blisters all over, and he was just waving his toes around.
What do
And
you mean waving his toes
Waving
around?
his
In a
toes
park?
around.
Give us a picture. How was he doing that?
like he was sat down on the grass,
Just
okay?
wiggling them?
Yes, and he had like his knees up and he had one foot like in the air, like on top of his knee, and he
Oh,
was like
oh,
wiggling his
cross-legged.
But
toes.
why?
I'm more
Yeah.
concerned of what was he doing other than the fact that he was wiggling his toes. What was he doing there?
Well, he was just we were just talking at the park, and then the topic of conversation came, and I said I don't really like toes, and then he has, with his ugly feet and his ugly toes, he puts his foot on my arm,
Oh, so
Ew.
to
Oh
tease
my
you.
god.
I
and
thought
I
this was
just
a random guy sitting in a park wiggling his
I
toes.
thought it was a stranger also.
Yeah,
no.
me too.
He was my course mate. Shout
Oh
out to
yeah.
Sean from Ireland. You ruined my life.
Ooh. Beef on the
You
first
know, speaking
podcast.
of toes out in public, back then, there was this girl from uni. So I don't know if you guys know, but Starbucks, some of the tables are really low, and
Oh
this
my
girl,
god, I know who you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
this girl, she took off her shoes and put
At the
her feet
Starbucks.
on the table
At the
Nice.
Starbucks, y'all. Inside,
at
not even
Starbucks.
outside.
Wait, it
Inside.
was inside.
Yep,
It was
inside.
inside. You know where you
Oh
put your
wow.
drinks and where you put your laptop and things like
Yeah.
that when you're studying. She put
Uh-huh.
her toes there, bro.
Wow. Would you like to expose this person?
I don't even know her
I
name.
think she's still in uni, so
Let's
What if she's
shout
listening
out
to
to
this?
this girl and shout out to everybody else. If you go to Starbucks, please sanitize even after Corona. You don't know whose toes were in there.
All right, moving aside from toes, Rafa, what are your pet peeves? I would like to know your pet peeve.
When people stare.
You know what?
Yeah.
Fair
When
That's
people
actually
enough.
stare
true,
and
yeah.
try to approach. That's it.
When people stare and try to approach,
Yeah.
It literally
Where
goes
where are
like
you living
opposite
right now,
of
Rafa? Are you safe?
Uh,
I'm concerned with your safety where people just stare and approach you like that.
because you know the way because I wear abaya and niqab, so literally everyone stares at me when I go anywhere. So it's like they make me feel very uncomfortable. Like I'm
oh,
Oh
not
man.
fair
That's
enough.
very
not
bad.
Yeah.
human.
Every person has a right and freedom to choose what they want to wear, how they want to wear it.
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
And something
Yeah.
else that I want to talk about, something else that you find annoying, like wet socks or anything else. What are your annoyance, irritating features?
Anything that's wet. I hate this. Any floor or anything. It's if it's wet, then I won't be around it.
All
Oh.
right, that's
Oh
cool.
yeah, I remember whenever we go to Khulafa at night and we have our drinks on the table, and because the drinks are cold and they sweat, Rifa's always wiping the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
It's
always
very
wiping
bothering.
the table everywhere.
All right. So like before moving on, right? I just want to like get back to Anas real quick. Right. I just want to ask you something. Like you know how you mentioned that you like a pet peeve like when you stare at someone. I'm not stare when you look at someone. In a kind gesture, try to smile at them, and like they just glare back at you. Like, do you feel like it was something society made normal, or do you just feel like it's a college thing among like college students?
I think it's a society thing. Because even when I'm out at the grocery store, I'll be smiling at an old auntie, and she would just look me up and down and leave. I don't know. Maybe it's my face, guys.
Probably.
It is not your face, Anis. You're the least intimidating looking person like I've ever met.
That's a fact.
I don't know. Strangers just hate me. I don't know.
I guess it's just like, you know, I guess wrong time, wrong place, probably.
In other
Wrong
words,
place.
society is not friendly anymore the way it used
Yeah.
to.
Have you guys noticed how Anis doesn't like when people don't look at her or smile at her when she smiles at them, and Rifa doesn't like when people look at her and approach her?
Exactly. It's just the complete opposite.
Maryam, is the falafel open?
Actually, I'm not really sure. I haven't been outside of like my apartment since I came back, except for today. I went to Subang Parade, which was amazing. But besides that, I haven't been. I think so because we're allowed to dine now, so I'm guessing Khulaf
You
is
know,
open.
with all this talking of kulaf and all, I'm actually missing a lot of my food from back home.
So I am a foodie lover. I really like tasting different cultural foods, mainly the Western cuisine, Indian cuisine, Japanese cuisine, Korean cuisine, etc., etc. So when you're born in a multicultural country, you get to experience a lot of cultural foods, whether it be from your own culture or your friends who mostly or maybe have a different or a similar background from us. So it is very interesting to see people from different cultural backgrounds to enjoy each other's dishes. I can say food is a very interesting topic to talk about, and it always brings everyone together. For me, one of my favorite traditional food is burni rice. So my question is, what are you guys' favorite traditional food? I would like to open the question first to Hussein. Hussein, what is your favorite traditional food?
I like Pakistani food, and I also like Arabic, Turkish, and Western food. Yeah, like fast food.
What is your favorite
Mhm.
cuisine? Fast food.
Yeah, very relatable.
Food. Really sorry. Can you start
Other
again?
than fast food, you like Pakistani food?
It's Pakistani and Arabic cuisine, and I recently started Korean food, and yeah, that's great.
Oh, wow.
I've been
That's
wanting to
cool.
try Korean food, but I never know what to try.
It's really
You
Like
should
good.
go to Kimchi Haru. It's so
kimchi.
good.
Yeah, and you can go to South Pyramid as well. There's a restaurant called Dubuyo where they have like all sorts of
Mm.
Korean food there.
Oh
Oh, I've
yeah,
seen it, but I
Dubuya is
never
so
tried.
nice.
Right, K-fry.
Yeah,
K-fry is pretty good as well, in my opinion.
yes, yes.
There is
Mariam,
this
you should
one.
start slow with
What?
Korean food.
Oh, Sarah's
You
here
should
now that we're
start. You
talking about
should. You
Korean
should
As
food.
start.
with Korean
Sarah,
That
Kim.
was
Sarah
my
comes in.
cue.
Sarah wakes up Korean food.
You should start with kimchi and bibimbap, or if you like
Actually, I think kimchi
seaweed.
is a little strong though for a new like
Okay,
eater.
but she eats
Excuse me.
Arab
What are you
food,
talking
right?
about? What are you talking about?
Kimchi is like
Kimchi is like
fermented cabbage, so it's a
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
sour, but
I,
it's
kn-
so
I
good.
know kimchi. I've had like kimchi glazed dumplings. They were so good.
Exactly. So kimchi with rice and bibimbap. Oh my God. Or something
yes.
Bibimbap is like
simple,
rice mixed with veggies and fried egg, and it's like
meat and all
Yeah,
that,
and it's
and
so
yeah.
then
good.
mhm.
It's so nice.
I love
Or
how all the K-pop
tempeh.
stands are now talking because it's because it's Korean food. This is what it's like being in a very very diverse committee. Like everybody literally likes different extremes of
Everything.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hussein, can you just continue again? Why do you like Arabic and Pakistani food, and how is it different from the Malaysian food?
I don't know why. I mean, like I just like it.
No, like
Okay.
what's your choosing factor? Like for example, you go in a restaurant and you taste a dish. What is it that makes you want to go back again? What is your what do you say
Also, recommend
euphoria
some
in
nice
food?
recommend some nice Pakistani restaurants in Subang because I want to go as well.
There is no in Subang, but the best
There's
Pakistani
one.
restaurant, in my opinion, hands down in Malaysia, is Park Punjab in Kuala Lumpur. So
Pak
that's
Punjab.
Park Punjab. It is the best and the most authentic taste of Pakistani food you can ever have in Malaysia.
What about the Forkers in SS15? It's not Pakistani, it's Indian, but
Yeah.
I went with my Pakistani friend and he said there's a lot of food. It doesn't taste the same as it would back home, but it's still not bad. It's good. It's okay, but it's not
The
the
What
same.
did you eat?
Yeah,
I
the
thought
only
it's
good food
more of
of
Indian.
Pakistani origin I can taste, which was really well in Subang, was right near our houses, Mariam, like in front of Itiara.
Oh, the one
I
across, the one
yeah yeah yeah,
across.
yeah.
I went
I
there.
forgot
Yeah,
the
I went
name.
there.
I forgot the name. What's his name?
It's a different name now, by the way.
It's Sing something. It has a guy with this
Big Sing. Big Sing.
Big
Big
Sing
Sing
Chapati.
Big
Chapati.
Sing,
Big Sing
yeah.
Chapati.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mariam, that's
I've ate a couple times from there. It's good.
yeah. Yeah. That is a good place to have. And there's one guy, Pakistani couple, who makes biryani out of their house.
Oh,
Atma's
Yeah,
Oh
kitchen.
and
wow.
it's only 3 lanes away from Casa Tiara in Itiara.
can you send me their
No, no,
number,
no, not
please?
Fatma's Kitchen, dude. I got so many bad things from that. Uh, I don't remember, but I'll send it to you later on. It's
Yes,
the best
please.
biryani you're gonna have, and it's home cooked.
For real, please send it to me. My friend is from Kashmir and his birthday is in a few day in like a week or so, and he
Yeah.
never gets good desi food here.
All right, I'll just
So he,
give
he
you a
really
couple
wants
of
to.
names. You can make
Yeah,
his life a bit.
yeah, please.
All right. So what about you, Rafa?
Did
What
I
are your
say
favorite
desi
dishes?
right? Desi,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's good.
desi.
Start pronouncing the D really strong. It's Desi. Don't say Desi.
I'm Arab, man. I pronounce everything very strong. I can't help it.
So Rafa, what do you think about like what are your favorite dishes and the mood rising dishes I would like to say. When you're down, what kind of food would you like to have?
Okay, there is a Bangladeshi dish. It's called tehri. It's beef tehri. Although you can find chicken tehri and beef tehri. It's
Hmm.
a biryani, but of beef. But it's quite different. It's only from Bangladesh, and it's so good. It
Do
is
you know
so good.
kachi biryani?
Yeah, I know kachi.
I
That's
love
of
kachi
mutton.
biryani. I love
That's
kachi
of
biryani.
mutton.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, I love kachi
have you
biryani.
tried kachi biryani?
Yeah, there's a place in Sunway, very what's it
Star
called?
kebab.
Star Kebab. Me and my friends used to
Yeah.
go there almost every other weekend. It's like very good.
There is a Rock Cafe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There is a small stall of Bangladeshi food.
The
They have
first one, as soon
yeah,
as
yeah,
you
the
enter,
first
there's
one.
a stall on the
Yeah,
first one with a small
exactly.
guy
Yeah, that
standing
one.
there. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that
yeah,
one. They
yeah.
have
Yeah,
very nice Bangladeshi food. Very nice.
yeah, I've tried it. I've tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to Dulanga, they also have really good Sri Lankan food. He's been asking. We've been planning to go to try Sri Lankan food for a while.
Dulanga, are there Sri Lankan restaurants here?
Yeah, surprisingly, there's like in the Rock Cafe, like right next to
Oh,
the Bangladeshi one.
Yeah,
There's
Rafa,
a
it's
there's a
right
Sri
next to
Lankan
the
one.
one. I was
Yeah,
about
oh,
to say that. Yeah,
that's
I
like my
tried that
go-to
Dulanga.
as well. And I asked Ali like how was it like for him, like his
Oh,
experience with it.
excellent, bro. Like your level of spices were a lot similar to our culture and our food, as I
Oh,
felt like. Have you tried Pakistani food?
I mean, that is true. Honestly, like Pakistani food, Indian food, and Sri Lankan food, like the foundation of spices are very similar. That's why I enjoy eating a lot of like Pakistani food and Indian food as well.
Tala, you remember the pudina ki chutney? Like
I
it's a
do,
chutney.
yeah. I do, yeah.
Yeah. So that guy, Dulanga, gave me a special, what do you call the chutney? Do you know what chutney is?
Yeah, I
Special
do.
kind of dip. And he said that this is famous Sri Lankan. I don't even remember what that dip was. It was red, but it was one of the most delicious dips I've ever had. I'm not even
Wow.
lying to you.
Hey, you know what? I'm actually I'm actually getting pretty hungry now.
Same, same. I was gonna say all this talk about food is getting me hungry.
Dulanga, name a dish that we can try from that place, the Rock Cafe.
Okay, like for starters, I
Yeah,
would suggest you kottu,
Katu.
right?
Katu.
Kottu, like Kothu.
Describe
Okay,
what
what
that
is
is,
it?
please.
Okay,
How is
so
that?
basically,
Yeah.
okay, I'm pretty sure you guys know what paratha is.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
basically, Kothu is like our own version of paratha, but it's more okay, when you take it as a whole, it's more square shaped with thin layers, but it's all shredded and mixed in with depending on what type of kottu you want. You can either have an egg kottu or a cheese kottu or chicken, beef. So depending on what it has vegetables in it, you can add spices to it. Again, it's all depending on your request. They will add on more to it. So yeah, as a starter, I would highly suggest that because that's very popular in Sri Lanka as well. Like, yeah, it's like a one thing that almost everyone who does visit Sri Lanka like would love to have. It's just got to. It's like a. I would consider it more of a street, like a street snack.
Oh.
You can sit by a
Mm.
beach, and just
Hey,
have a
didn't we
small
see
plate.
that? We watched that
Oh
doc.
yeah, the
Remember we?
video.
Yeah, we
Yep.
every time we get together, me and Dulanga and our other friends, we play like these videos of our own countries, like street food and tourism and everything. So just so that because we might not go and visit each other's countries after this is over, after we're done with our degrees and everything. So it's good to see like an introduction to the other your friends' cultures. So I think we saw the people eating this like by the beach in the Sri Lanka video, right?
Yeah, like we started with Tunisia and then we jumped to Myanmar and then like yeah we jumped to like Sri Lanka after that. It
Yeah.
is yeah as a starter I would highly recommend that.
I just love watching like YouTube videos about like street food and stuff like that of other countries. Cause you don't really get you won't get the same experience if you travel alone. So it's good to see these things so that if you do travel, you know like kind of like what to look
Sure.
out for.
Yeah, what to expect and what not to. Well, guys, speaking of food, and you guys are currently in quarantine, so you're cooking everything yourself. You're making healthy food. I hope so. You're eating all healthy food. So all these pressures pile up. For example, cooking your own food, doing everything yourself, confined in your home space. What impact has that made in your ability to take online classes, and what do you feel like the online classes itself are better or the physical presence in college is better? So I would like to know your opinions on this, and I would like to start from Sarah. Sarah, what do you think about this?
Thank you for the question, Molly. Ali. I personally, contrary to popular belief, love online classes. I don't want to go back to campus. Like, I've become so comfortable. And the fact that I live with my family makes life so easy, so I don't really have to worry about cooking. So I just do my own online classes regularly, and I just eat whatever's been cooked.
Hashtag
So
privileged.
I know, right? That
privilege.
privileged life.
Privileged life.
But I still clean. We have chores. That's the bad part. But yeah, besides that, I really love online classes. I don't want to go back to physical classes.
And what are you hoping for 2021? What do you expect this year to be in terms of your college life, in terms of your journal life? Like, what are you
I'm
expecting it to be?
hoping, I'm hoping we finish the year online, so July. But I saw an article earlier that said that we're getting the vaccine, Malaysia, because they've already tested it and everything. So by March 1st, almost everyone is going back to school.
I mean,
Speaking
again,
of the
that's the
vaccine,
thing.
would you guys get the vaccine?
I
Yes.
I
Yeah.
can't.
100%.
What do you mean you can't, Dulanga?
People with epilepsy are not like they can't get the vaccine yet.
Oh my god, are you
You
for
have
real?
Yeah,
epilepsy, Tulanga?
yeah, I do. I carry him around. I made my peace with my epilepsy.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Acceptance.
Yeah, but
Because I've
yeah,
seen a lot of people say they would never get the vaccine. Like even they're eligible, but
yeah, that's
they
just being
don't feel
stubborn,
it's a good
honestly.
idea.
No,
I
That's
those
agree
are
with
kind
that.
of
just
people who say the moon landing is fake. Everything
Or
according
the
to them
earth
is
is
a
flat.
conspiracy theory turning around and stuff
The
like
Earth
that.
is flat, and what else?
You know,
The other type of people.
one of my friends said, I won't get the vaccine. And I said, why? He said, Bill Gates is sending chips inside it to track us. I'm like, you're not that
My
important that
God.
Bill Gates sends his chips to you and track you.
What about the phone you
People
use
have
every
some weird
day? The
theories, man.
social media
Yeah,
apps. They can track you through
exactly.
that.
Yeah, but they worry about the chips inside the vaccine.
How is there a chip inside a vaccine?
I don't know,
You
man.
can't, you
It's
can't
liquidized.
That's
make a
crazy.
proper discussion with these people, Maria. You cannot. They have a reply for everything.
Oh my god, that's crazy. I would 100% get the vaccine. Like my parents both got it and they're fine. Like not no big like side effects, just headache for the first 2 days, but that's it. But I definitely want to get the vaccine when it's available in Malaysia. I'm not sure if it's going to be available to us.
Like not right away,
Maybe not
because
right
they
away. Yeah.
mentioned initial phases like elderly people and those who really need the vaccine, like those patients, those people first, and then like again they have a phase. I don't know what the second and the third phase is, but like so far the first phase is gonna be old age and those who really like need it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I don't know about international students, like when like that would be even considered, but
I hope so. I really
it
hope so.
is. It is.
Yeah, because if you get the vaccine, you don't ever have to quarantine again, like when you travel or
mm,
anything.
I heard there are two doses, right? If I'm not mistaken. Like you
Yeah,
take your
one
first
and then
dose.
yeah, and then
Yeah,
after 20
one
days, another one.
after, I think, 3 weeks. You have to
Yeah,
take it
20
again.
days.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, back to Sarah talking about don't not wanting to go back to
yeah,
campus. Please don't put
spending her
that bad
whole life
energy out there.
online. Not
Don't.
just a year, she wants to spend her whole life online right now.
I am so tired of online. I just can't wait to get out there and see people face to face and like I love face to face classes and
And
I
see
love
their
seeing people every
toes
day.
in all the flesh there is on their toes. 7 toes, 6 toes.
It's okay. I'll see all the feet if it means I can go back to campus.
Mariam, I'll give you a good tip for the future. 12 p.m. After 12 p.m., just go to the refreshment center.
Oh
You'll
my
see,
god.
it will
My
be your
God,
heaven.
I
it's
never go there for that reason.
And
I see shoes outside. I never go there.
no, no, wait. You mash some potatoes, you put some cheese, you put them in a shoe, you keep them in 1 month, and then you take it out. That's the smell you kind of get it from there when you go into refreshment
That
Oh
center.
was
my
oddly
god.
specific, man.
Yeah,
That is
because
really
I spent 2 years there, so I know how it smells like.
I never go there. I never go there.
Don't go to refresh, kids.
I think
But
because
when
I
you
live
have like a
near.
4 hour gap in your classes, there's no more option, bro.
Yeah, I just go home. We live so close by.
So what about you, Hussein? What's your take on this? How's your classes been? What do you like to do? And how do you see this year 2021? And do you like online or do you prefer like physical face to face?
It depends on the subjects. Like if I like the subject, I will prefer face to face if it has labs, or if I don't like the subject, I'm least interested. I want to be online because I don't want to interact much. And yeah, 2021, I wish that all my failures just turn into success.
Other than putting aside your favorite subjects or least favorite subjects, in general, like what do you think about the online classes and the physical classes? What do you prefer most?
Yes, it should be
Consider
face.
that you have all your favorite subjects right now.
Yes, it should be face to face because online class is basically, what can I say? For me, it's kind of like cheating because I don't really work properly 100% in an online class. I just copy and get the things done. Yeah,
Well,
it's
except Tala, who does focus and wake up 4 hours before their online class? I don't think so.
I never
Nobody
said
else
I
does.
wake up 4 hours before my class. I just
All
follow a
right, three and
punctual
a half
routine.
hours, 3.5 hours, Tala.
No,
Don't do that.
man. About 30, 45 minutes. I take that time to get fresh and then I
Take
can
a shower
actually.
for the online class,
No,
start from
no.
there,
I
take
just.
the charger up,
I
all of that.
meditate, man.
Oh
Talha,
my
you
god.
actually do that.
I do,
You
yeah.
wake up
If
40
I have.
minutes.
Actually, today I had an 8 a.m. class. I woke up at 7:15.
Oh my god, who does that?
And I don't
I
sit
do
in
that
bed for my
too.
classes.
Oh wow, no, no, wow.
Some people, they're like, okay, I see all these memes with people with their laptops open in the bed and they're asleep. Yeah, I can never do that.
me too.
That's me. That
Because
is
I'm
me.
That
paying for
is
these
me.
classes. I'm at
Me
least
too.
gonna focus.
But Tala, that's an addiction. One time you do it, there's no going back. So don't do it if you don't want to.
Exactly. I don't ever want to do that, man.
If you're an active
You
person and
know,
one day you just lie in bed and open an online class, that's the day you'll be
Yeah,
sleeping and taking classes.
exactly.
If I have a class at 8 a.m., my alarm is set at 8 a.m.
mine
Like,
too. Mine too.
I don't
Mine
even use
too.
my laptop anymore. I log in from my phone. Like, that's just.
Yeah, same here. I don't use laptop for online classes anyway. I'll just put my phone and then I'll sleep. Especially morning classes.
Don't do this at home, listeners, okay? You're.
Yeah, yeah. Focus on your classes, get good
Yeah.
GPAs, study hard.
Be like me.
Yeah,
Be like Talha.
Like tell
be
her,
like
yes,
Tala. Wake
that's
up
Yeah.
15 minutes
Wake up
before,
early before class.
meditate, take a shower before your online class, and when the
get
college is
breakfast. Don't
open,
forget
wake up
breakfast.
4 hours before,
Yeah.
take your breakfast, and do everything what your parents want you to do.
Conquer
Don't follow
Norway and
disclaimer.
then go to your class.
Disclaimer: don't follow advices in this podcast.
You know what's
Be a
crazy
good
is that
student.
this past week, because Dulanga's internet was down at his place, he would come and take his classes at my apartment, right?
It's a fact.
Um, so I find that actually I listen to Dulanga because when I'm bored and Dulanga is here taking his class, I just go in the living room and talk to him. So I find that I listen to my friends who are taking their classes next to me more than I listen to my own. Like when I have my classes, I'll just leave my phone on the table, and Dulanga and Scott will listen to my lecture. They listen to my psych lectures, and I'll be cooking or something. And when their classes are going on, I'll listen to their classes. It's just I don't know. It has its pros and cons, but generally for me, I lack a little bit of discipline, so I feel like face-to-face classes works better on me because I'm forced to listen and forced to do things,
I
you
agree
know?
with that. It encourages the students to be more interactive with the lecturer because I've
Yeah.
heard many lecturers over this past year complain that students aren't really interacting and they have to call out their names for them
Mm-mm-mm.
to respond back. So
Exactly.
I can see how it's kind of tough on the lecturers as well. But
But
Yeah.
that's
I mean, we don't really have a choice.
You know what's crazy is that usually I'm the student who's always talking in class to the lecturers, and other students are more shy. Like for every single class, face to face, I have been class rep.
Oh,
Every
wow.
Why do you
single
take that
subject.
responsibility,
I
Marie?
don't take it, it just
No one
happens.
else volunteers, right?
No one else says
Yeah,
anything, and the
I've been
lecturer.
class rep twice or thrice, I think.
Exactly, and the lecturer is so it's so sad to watch them. Who wants to be class rep? And then
Exactly,
everybody
they
just
keep on repeating it. They're like, "Who
yeah, and
wants to
it's just so
volunteer?"
sad. So I just raised my hand. I'm like, I can't. Before class, before every first class, I tell Anis, I'm not gonna be class rep this semester. That's enough for me. And then
And
like
she
nobody
becomes
says
class
anything,
rep.
so I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it.
All right. Well, that will be it for our podcast for today. We would like to thank all of those, I mean, all of y'all who have tuned in.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. I hope you had a good time, and hopefully, in the future, we'll also have more podcasts like this. Do let us know what do you feel about this, and I hope, first of all, thank you everyone for coming in and giving us your time on a weekday. But thank you once again. Hopefully, you had a good time. This is a goodbye from the ISC 2021 podcast team. Take care. Bye.
Thank you for everybody for tuning in today, and thank you to people from our committee who are here, who are Anis, Dulanga, Hussein, Ali, Noor, and Rifa, Sarah, and Talha. Thank you for giving us your time, and thank you for listening to us. And if you guys like the podcast, then I'm sure you guys will also really enjoy our language class, which is next week. It's going to be in Chinese, taught by our very own Anis here. We also have a really, really fun game night with some special prizes coming the week after that. So stay tuned and stay updated on our Instagram and our social media. And if you're a member and in the group chat, also make sure to read the announcements that we have because we'll be announcing a lot of fun things coming soon. So we'll hope to see you guys soon and interact with you guys more. And I hope you guys enjoy our events for this term. Thank you, everybody.